called Scott McKenzie, and he looks like this. The song was made in 1967, and it is a pop song.
The song San Francisco is about hippies and the hippie movement that started in San Francisco in the 1960s. Hippies believed that life was about being happy and not be what others thought was right. Hippies didn't think about the consequences of their actions. Their motto was, if it feels good, do it. They were against nuclear weapons and the Vietnam War that took place at the same time. Hippies were often vegetarian and believed in eco-friendly environmental practices. They championed free love and sexual liberty, practically for women. The hippies were against political and social violence, but they were for the ideology that focused on peace, love, personal freedom, and the use of drugs. The hippie dressed in brightly colored, rag clothes, tie-dye t-shirts, sandals or barefoot, and jewelry often bought in second-hand shops or flea markets. The men had long hair, beard, and mustache, and the women's wore little or no makeup at all and had no bra. The peace symbol was their logo, and the colorful VW bus was their official route transportation. And this is how it was.
Nowadays, hippies are not considered to be their own ethnic group, but they still exist. Now hippies do not focus on fighting against the war like they did before. They are a part of the culture because of the people and the music. Most hippies spend their free time traveling around to different music festivals, but they still have real jobs. They often work hard all year so they can take the summer off and follow their favorite bands. Normal jobs for hippies are a server, welder, professional photographer, among lots of other jobs. The hippie culture nowadays is about a community based on friendship and understanding, especially at festivals where strangers often come together and share food, conversation, and drugs. Personally, we think there's a lot of other kind of hippies right now. Many young people experiment with drugs and listen to special music. They also dress different from other people, not wear colorful shirts or rag clothes, but with a relaxed style, like they don't care what people think about them. They often go to schools like Rytmus or Kulturama, where there's some kind of aesthetic line with lots of music and theater. There are also a type of people called hipsters, which will connect to hippies because the word hippies derived from hipsters. We used these three sources. The first one was to find out what theme the song was, and we thought that iTunes was a trustworthy page because it's made by Apple, and Apple is a big company used by millions of satisfied people. The second source we used was thenewhippie.com. It may not sound like a good source because it is a blog written by a private person with no contact information. But the webpage looks serious and the text is very well written and fit with the facts from other sites. Sadly, there was not many sites that have written about hippies nowadays, and this was the only one with enough information, and therefore I choose it. This is thenewhippie.wordpress.com.
Third source we used was a blog, but we found very good facts on it, and you could contact them, so we choose to trust them. And they had this text that made the source more reliable.